What's good? What's good? Special little surprise for everyone. I'm back a day after streaming yesterday. I did promise quite a few of the subscribers that came in and were viscerally annoyed that we were doing a panel yesterday. Like I said yesterday, panels are for some people and these individual streams are for others. So you're going to get both from your boy on a Monday night after I've had a long day at work. So shout out to me. How's everyone doing? How's it going, Jesse? What's good, bro? How's the fight preparation going? How's the old mini man, skinny man fight camp playing out? Remember to have the cameras rolling. I do want to see you hopefully dominate for this community, mate. So shout out to you and I hope you're having a good one. I'm going to do my own reaction here to UFC 325. There's obviously a lot I didn't get to talk about yesterday. But we'll see how things play out as usual. Anything goes. We'll see what happens. Pakistan's strongest soldier is back with another KO. Who are you referring to? Bit ominous. I can't name one Pakistani fighter off the top of my head anyway. When is your fight actually happening? This is the question I need to ask. Because from what I understand, it must be pretty damn soon. 1 minute, 30 seconds, no swearing yet. We're off to a fantastic start. I want to give an early shout out as well to all the people who have been supporting Seal card. Great. We didn't really Sal killed. We didn't really talk about that much yesterday. I think it was because it wasn't an amazing fight to watch, albeit a very, very good performance. He defended Pakistan's border. Okay. I should have clocked that this was a troll. Yeah, no, he had a very good performance. Very impressive overall. Hopefully we get to see him get a decent or a step up in competition, because Jamie Malarkey's not terrible, but we definitely can see him go in there against somebody with a little bit more fear factor about them. But how you doing, big boss? What's good, man? Hope your health is well. I know it can be a bit up and down at times. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to try and do about an hour and a half tonight. Hopefully I can get through it. How you doing, Westy? What's good, man? I know you're glad to see me, as always. I still need that link from you for. Have you done any streaming in the last couple days? Because I feel like I need to go back and watch them. He should fight Moicano next. I'm pretty sure that Ribovix has taken that spot. Hey, which country? I'm an Irishman, but I grew up in southwest London, hence the accent. So shout out to you, Rich. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah. Like I said, I'm more than happy to talk about what happened, night before last. But bro, I was sick once. It felt like every time you were coming on here, you were talking about constipation issues or diarrhea issues. But I'm still a little sick. See what I'm saying? I could go back to every live stream and you've discussed some kind of ill health at some point. I'm going to touch you. How you doing, James Dillon? Always a creepy way to enter a chat, but I always appreciate it. At my age, somebody threatening to touch you is always something to be celebrated. So I appreciate it and keep up the creepy vibes. But yeah, anyway, big boss, I hope you get better real soon. You are a valued member of this community. And hope you're well. Hi, what do you think about the Epstein files? I mean, I don't have them to hand. But obviously the guy was a sick, depraved pervert. I don't know what else to say, really. You are 25 right now. I'm 41 years old, mate. Cue the shock. I haven't streamed in about a week. My streams will not be left up for viewing later, but I will send you a link next time I go live. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to seeing how you do, because obviously you've been watching people stream for years. You're obviously the mod in the game. So I'm assuming you've picked up a few tricks from the boys. Do you know what I mean? How you doing, Angie? What's good? Hope you have had a good sleep and that you're having a wonderful day. My fight's are the 15th, but it's an amateur fight. You have to start somewhere, mate. How old are you, by the way, Jesse? I keep forgetting. I know you're relatively young. Hello, Frankie. I'm jacking off right now. Can you start the live a little bit later so I can be here properly? Just put the dick down, for God's sake. What do girls deserve from any boys? Absolutely nothing. Your dad is 41. I bet he doesn't look this good, though. I can give him a few tips if you want to get him on one day. Epstein had contact with the Norwegian princess. I mean, there's loads of dirty fingers in that pile. Let's be honest with ourselves. Everyone calls him call him uncle. I don't mind being called unc because it feels more ironic when people. I mean, I've never really been called unc, but it would certainly feel ironic for people to do so, and I'll take it willingly. Because if I was really old looking and decrepit looking, it might be harder. It might be a tougher pill to swallow, but I had to stop beating my shift at a fight. Chris Eubank Jr. Attests to that, and it's had mixed results for him. So you can be our test subject. Does keeping your meat beat free for a period of time make you a better fighter? Discuss. I'm the Homer Simpson of 125. That can't be. I mean, it's better than being the Homer Simpson of the bigger weight classes, because at least you're less likely to get knocked the F out. Who do you think Epstein's top pound for pound UFC fighter was? Oh, Epstein's. Oh God. We'd have to make a tier list of some really creepy UFC fighters. Tell your skincare routine to all teens. I don't really have much of a skincare routine. I use E45 cream. I've been using it since I was a kid. It's obviously kept my face nice and smooth. I drink a lot of water. Don't smoke. Generally try to live a as healthy a life as possible, I guess. What's up? How you doing, Tabor? What's good, man? I had 16 under 15 fights, and I went on a no goon streak for like a year. So what made you stop? But I'm assuming you were still letting the nut fly, because I can tell you from experience here, not letting your nut go for a sustained period of time is a very, very bad idea. Who's your favorite person in the Epstein files? Prince Andrew. No, mine is Professor Stephen Hawking. Although he wasn't really confirmed to be part of the parties, but the fact that he was there is very, very suspicious. Prince Andrew would be my least favorite because he just comes across as a genuine creep. But he's my favorite to laugh at because obviously being Irish, but being on these soils, I do like laughing at British screw ups. You won all of them, I believe you. Frankie got that Asian skincare routine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you're implying I put sperm on my face, I do not. I'm not down for that kind of caper. Just to make it perfectly clear. I've got enough of a bad reputation going on in these parts. I don't need you adding to it further or insinuating anything further. But thank you. Let me turn on my Wi-Fi. Abstaining from gooning makes me think more about gooning than focusing on sparring or fighting. I guess it's true. I guess the absence of being able to do something or believing you can't do something is makes it more desirable, I guess. Quitting stuff in general is always a tricky concept. Tuesday tomorrow, innit? Yeah, Tuesday, mate. Tuesday is upon us. I was gonna wait until tomorrow to do a live stream, but I felt like if I actually I came back from work, had a little bit of a nap, and I felt like, you know what? I did promise a couple of subscribers yesterday that I would jump on today and do a little one-to-one time. So, you had wet dreams, like a lot of them. That makes sense. Most of them by sub. What was your method of subbing people? Would you save all the bees in the world or all the women? It's a tougher question than you might think, because women do very much annoy me. You know, if they didn't have such fantastic body parts, I'd get rid of them entirely. I'd go with the women and then have a good 9 months and just wait for the world to end, I guess. Did you lie to me again and not watch any movies on your list? Okay, I started watching the last one you recommended to me. I keep forgetting the name. I keep pronouncing it wrong as well, so I don't embarrass myself again. I promise you, I'm gonna watch it tonight. As soon as I get off stream, I'm not gonna play Schedule 1, which has been messing me up. I've learned a lot about myself playing Schedule 1, but I'm not gonna watch Schedule 1 tonight. I'm giving myself a little bit of a break from the game, and I'm gonna watch Buster Scruggs. If you don't save the bees, all life collapses. I mean, apparently that's the case, which is why I'm saying I'd go on a 9-month nut craze and then just watch the world end, watch the world burn. Because if you get rid of all the women, I mean, what left is there? You know, eating your meat for the rest of your life sounds like a horrific. You know, which one is worse? Why would the world end after 9 months without women? No, it wouldn't. I'm saying it would end after 9 months without bees. I'm saying I would pick the women, and then the lack of bees in the ecosystem would kill us all. So we'd probably get through about 9 months to a year. Then everything would implode. But at least I've had several nuts during that time. Sorry if that sounds selfish. This is why these kind of decisions shouldn't be on a moron like me. If you choose to save the bees, would you enter a sexual relationship with a man? Absolutely not. I'm not one of those guys who would get like a 30-year, 40-year prison sentence and then suddenly find dick appealing. I'm just not that kind of guy. I would be jerking it off like a jackhammer though, in private. These last 2 UFC cards were so strange to me. I don't know why the fights went weird. I don't think the UFC has done a lot to stack them that well, to be honest. We haven't had many household names. Is this some Blackpool content? I don't even know what Blackpool is. I just spout whatever nonsense comes out of my mouth, mate. There's no thought put into this, as you can definitely tell. Do you know any product that can fix a recessed hairline? Go to Turkey, mate. I don't know if there are any products out there. And as you can see from my hairline, I clearly have no idea what works. How you doing, Cowboy? It's been a minute, man. Shout out to you. I haven't seen much of your content pop up recently, but if you guys are feeling generous tonight, give a sub to Cowboy. Because the content I have seen of his has been very wholesome and very interesting. You just came all over your cat. I believe you. Nice to see you, though, Stone Door. I appreciate having you here. What you will get from me, to be perfectly honest with you, mate, some very stupid things are going to be said whenever I'm on, but I will always stand behind them, unashamed and unapologetic. I don't care. I've managed to get 12 minutes in without swearing. Are the fighting nerds back? I always thought the hype with them was a little bit over the top to begin with. I still think that Hoofy is not going to amount to, and certainly not as a title challenger. Prates, I think, will get close. I think he'll end up getting a title shot, but I don't see him being a champion. And Cal Baralho, I think, is just a little bit not good enough to be a champion either. So from that perspective, depends what you mean by back. Will we get fun fights? Will they get good wins over reputable contenders? 100%. They're a good fighting team, and they seem to be behind each other and have a good camaraderie. But whether any of them become champions, I have to balk at that a little bit. I thought that John Silver would be the first one to become a champion, and I even picked him to become a 2-weight world champion. But after his performance against Diego Lopez, and after what looked like a mirror image of Arnold Allen almost, they seem to be at the same level. I don't think he gets to a belt either. But they're certainly fun to watch. That guy needs to stop barking though. Streaming Frankster at work. How you doing, Kloss? What's good, man? How much money would it take for you to agree a freshly cleaned and dried sock? Unfortunately, I'm at a point in my life here where I don't have to pull off any crazy stunts to, I don't have to play that game. But if I was broke, don't know. It would have to be life-changing money for humiliating myself, put it that way. What's your favorite food? There's a pork soup in Thailand that I really, really enjoy. And it's not some sexual shit before you all get started. Damn, I swore. 14 minutes. We almost got through a stream. I'm not a beans on toast guy, Tabor. Stop spreading that rumor. There's this, like I said, there's this pork soup that I really like in Thailand, which is probably my favorite. I could eat it all day, every day. But in terms of a go-to, I would probably go with something like ramen. I love Japanese ramen. It's got your noodles, it's got your meat, it's got good flavors. Pork is haram. I don't care. Hi, buddy. Start panting like a dog. Not this kind of stream. Not today. That's the Thursday stream. That's Thursday is the feet and the barking and all the other weird shit that you're into. Yeah, pork is haram for some people, but I'm not Muslim, so I'm not really anything. Silver's autistic outbursts make me actually hate him. He could go on a Connor level run and I wouldn't care. Silver is definitely becoming very unlikable. Barking like a complete mongoloid is not helping his case. Every time he does it, there's crickets. You can just hear crickets. It's not having the effect I think he was hoping it would. To be fair to me, and the disrespectful thing he did to Arnold Allen kind of pissed me off as well. But he is entertaining to watch in the cage. So from a purely fight entertainment perspective, I don't really mind him. He doesn't bother me in any stretch. Diego Lopez needs to stop getting title shots. Movzar versus Murphy should be the next title eliminator. Fight winner gets the fight for the belt. I do think that is what they're doing. However, I think they're even fumbling with that. I think they should just. Evloev has done enough to get the fight. I think. I think Evloev already deserves a title shot. So I think they should just wait until the White House card and stick Evloev in there with Volk and go for a real legacy definer. And then they should line Lerone Murphy up with something else. I don't eat much pork, just different meat. Every day is no pants day. I never wear pants when I'm on stream, which is why I never stand up. I don't want to make everyone jealous. Bro crying over the belt like his mum said no more candy was gay as fuck. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I don't eat a lot of pork, but I do mess with it occasionally. The thing is, it's the staple of like an English breakfast, so it's basically unavoidable for me. So I'm just saying it's got to be done. I can't avoid pork for the rest of my life. Could you win a fight to the death against 25 baby gorillas, 30 kilograms each? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, I'm only 62 kilograms myself. I reckon I'd get jumped and stomped out, to be perfectly honest. You look like Angie, don't get me started. This is not a public conversation. Silva needs to get a rabies vaccination. Definitely should. You're made of pork, you chorizo, you little Spanish sausage. How you doing, Stephen Gallagher? What's good, man? You look like 13 and 45 at the same time. I am somewhere in between. So I'm actually 41 years old. I don't really take any offense to that. I'm not offended by how anyone views how I look. Because I ain't for you. I'm for the ladies. And they're not really that much into me either. That hurts to say out loud. But do you ever pork? That's the real question. By pork, what are you referring to? If you're asking if your boy smashes, you better believe, mate. Not as regularly as I would like, but it is what it is. Yeah, Angie, stop trying to wind me up. You're throwing me off my game. If you can define what porking means, then if your wife and kids ganged up on you, could you defeat them in a battle to the death? No, I couldn't. I think they'd overpower me. Why the fuck? Why'd you sound so insecure? You've clearly only been here for the last 5 minutes. If you knew me for real, you would not be making that kind of statement. If anything, I'm too confident. I remember the first time I went on your YouTube live was UFC 321. I was just out of my friends and I went home and I went on YouTube and I saw your stream. I'm very sorry for that. And you've been a loyal member ever since. You've been a loyal person in this stream ever since then. Did I just see Tiff turn up or am I mistaken? For some reason, I can't see all my messages. But yeah, Big Boss, I very much value having you here. 145 is pretty stale, to be honest. Murphy and Evloev is so lame. They've kind of boxed themselves into a corner with that one now. They kind of have to make that fight, but I think they're fumbling it. Evloev has a win over Diego Lopez, who has had 2 title fights since. Evloev is clearly the best contender. You need to get him in there. Yeah, Mohammed, you don't know. You don't know. How you doing, Manfin? There you are, Tiff. I thought I saw you in there. For some reason, I couldn't see the message on here. Bro's literally talking normally. Leave it to a Muhammad to say that shit. I'm gonna leave that out. I don't think I'm kind of self-defecating. I always have been. But I think I'm a relatively confident person. I don't really care what people think of me, and I think that's the key to navigating life quite successfully, to be honest. Not gonna lie, Frankie, your life is like a gentleman's club where all the friends hang out after a long day at work. That's exactly what I want it to be. Like I wanted it to be an MMA thing for a while, and then I just realized that most of you don't give a flying shit about about um about MMA, and you just want to talk about your days and talk about what's good. And to be honest, I'm all for that. You know, I kind of respect that. If that's what this channel is destined to be, I am all for it. I am all for it entirely. You look like your name is James. My name is Francis. I'm using my real name on here. I mean, I know it says Frankie, but Frankie's just a nickname. But my name's actually Francis. I don't have anything sinister about my life that I have to hide. Or he's red from shoving Viagra. No, it's the lighting in here. Guys, do you think Frankie is so red because he's blushing reading the chat? I have blushed a couple of times at what some things people have said, but that's not the reason. I've recently had a shower, moisturized up. The lighting I don't think helps as well. I am very, very I am very, very I am very, very white. You can almost see through me. Take care, Angie. Enjoy your workout sessions. And send me a few of those clips as well, because I'm still trying to get the ab workout in. I'm doing the sit-ups now, but I think it's gonna take me a long time to get to where I want to go. You look well oiled up. Just E45 lotion, mate. No, I've never applied oil. This ain't a Diddy party out here. Frankie, did you follow Gio's betting advice? How much did you make? I didn't see his betting video. I didn't see it at all. I did make money on the card, but I also got fucked over by Paddy Power, so now I've got rid of them. Because they cashed out a bet that I made without me cashing out. So I'm very pissed off about that. So I've got rid of them, and now I'm gonna go with it. But I made about £100, which isn't bad. It's not bad. I'll take it. Hey, I'm Indian. How you doing, Radek? Nice to meet you here. Would you ever live in Baghdad, Iraq? I'd visit. I don't know about living there. I'd have to visit a place first to see if it's a viable place to move. However, it's not my number one destination to even visit. Although I have heard it's a very nice place. Take it easy, big boss. Have a really good evening, mate. Thanks for turning up and being so loyal as always. Frankie is red because he's a gun-toting, dick-slinging, red-blooded white boy. 100. I couldn't have said it better myself. I should have you as my hype man. Looks like you do. Looks like I do what? Looks like I oil up. I mean, I don't care. I've never tried oiling up. Maybe it's amazing. By the way, guys, if you are new here, obviously subscribe to the channel. If you have not hit that like button, please do so. It's free. And apparently it helps me out in some way. I'm trying to make the channel grow. My new goal is obviously to get to 2,000 subs, which is still quite a far way away, but every little bit helps. So if you are new here, give your boy a sub. You will not be disappointed. I mean, you won't be entertained, but you won't be disappointed. Many Indians are Muslims. I don't really know. I mean, I always assumed that most Indians were Hindu, but I could be wrong. How you doing, Dad Waterworth? Nice to meet you here, sir. Very nice, PFP. Where are you from, and what's your story? We're having one of those chilled ones today. We are intersplicing talk with UFC 325, but as I keep bringing up and keep reminding people in here, this is an anything goes type situation. I will address anything you want to talk about, no matter how ridiculous, and I will respond to it as ignorantly as I always do. That much I promise you. There won't be any thought behind it. There won't be any intellect behind it. There will just be pure, unfiltered dross. When are you going on Johnny K. Pick's show? I'd love that. Who's Johnny K. Picks? Who's that? I don't do a lot of collaborations on other channels, to be honest. It's something that I need to branch out and do more. Like I've done stuff on Bodak's channel. I've done stuff on. I do a lot of work with musical. Sorry, making the walk. I've done the odd video of musical, but I don't really appear on a lot of other channels because who would put up with this? Let's be honest. Would you win in a fight to the death against an average Filipino man? They are 5'5". I would like to think yes. I mean, I'm 5'7". I'm fairly, I work out fairly well. I have some understanding of how to fight. I think I think I deliver some slaps. I mean, I did conquer China when I was out there. 3-0 in the Chinese streets. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think Chinese people are far tougher than Filipinos, but I guess we'll find out. I'm going back there in March. So maybe your boy will unwittingly get into a scrap. How you doing, that being? What's good, man? Anything goes. Thoughts on Allah? I've got 2 Muslim members of my family. I've got respect for Islam as a faith, but yeah, Frankie. Apart from home and uni, where might one find you in the evenings? Not specifically. I usually do stuff with my son, so I take him to like clubs and stuff. We do. He does things like ice skating, and I'm trying to get him into mixed martial arts at the moment. What's up, dude? And obviously, I go to restaurants and stuff with my family, and I'm mostly at home though, to be honest with you. What's up, dude? You look 5 years old. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Given what my age is, that actually means a lot to me. Now, fuck off, you cunt. How you doing, Anjali Singh? Nice to meet you. Hope you're having a good day. I'm not sure what your PFP is. Is that is that an Indian actress? Is Jax cheating on you with Cross every day? Every day. But we did a video together recently, and he was supposed to come on the panel on Sunday, but he got busy. He's gonna perhaps do a panel with me this week. Like, sub, donate, invest, send weed, send nudes, or anything that can help Channel and Frankie. Don't send nudes, especially with the demographic we've got here. Islam has ruined London. I wouldn't go that far, but it's certainly a very different city to the one that I grew up in. Hence why I got the fuck out of there. And I'm not blaming Indians for that, or Muslims for that, or any. I don't know why I said Indians. Frankie's gonna go repopulate China, then bounce. No, I don't think I'm gonna go back to China anytime soon. I did love it over there, but the way that the whole thing went down during the extended cough time of our lives, it was a rough one to live in. So I don't know if I'm gonna go back there anytime soon. Would your son win in a fight against the gorilla fetus? 100%. He would maul that gorilla fetus. My son, for his age, is a beast. My son dominates most kids his age. He tries to fight with the bigger kids because he's not a bully. My son is a savage. Johnny K picks as an MMA YouTube OG. He does a weekly pick show. One of the few guys besides DFS by the numbers. Jake Gerber's. I've done a lot of work with Jake Gerber as well. I've done a lot of compilation videos of him. He's a solid dude as well. Fight Society is another guy I've done work with. I've done like collaborative work with a lot of YouTubers, but it's mostly for my own selfish needs. Oh, WMC, you're an exception. I encourage nudes from you. But yeah, in terms of the comment that Islam has ruined London, I don't think that's necessarily true. Like we've always been, since I grew up. Well, I grew up there 30 years ago, or longer than that. 40 years ago is when I first grew up there, and it was very diverse then. I mean, I was the minority in the place where I lived. It was like 90% black guys. So I don't feel like it's really changed. How do you like your steak, rare or raw? Somewhere in between, mate. To be honest with you, I would bite meat off a cow's ass. That's how rare I like my meat. I'm a real man out here. But no, the better. The bloody adds to the flavoring. I don't care if you don't relate to that. Add me in the group chat then. The group chat. You can come into the group chat at BN. Add me on Twitter, and I'll hook you up with the group chat, mate. You're more than welcome. You're an OG in the game. The Twitter is at Bads MMA Math. I mean, it might take me a week or two to respond to you because I'm not there every day. But hit me up there. That's the best place, and I will respond to DMs. My family came to the UK from India and integrated. Most Muslims want to convert the world. Yeah, so there was like a big Muslim conversion drive when I was in my teenage years. And a lot of my friends and even some of my family members reverted to Islam. But I stayed well short of all that stuff. Because I'm a godless, disgusting degenerate. I do believe in God and I do believe in respecting others, but I'm more of a religionless person. Not that that's a word. Lopez, disgraceful performance. It was very tentative, Amir. I don't know what his game plan was, but I'm going to say what I said on the panel yesterday. I honestly think that when you go in there with Volk, he's so elusive and so smart in there that all game plans go out the window. Because the only guys who know how tough he is to deal with are the people that fight against him. And to be perfectly honest, most people have not managed to get it done. In fact, the only ones who have got it done have been Islam, who barely got it done the first time, and Tapuria, who's a phenom. Frankie, I heard Gene Silver moans when he wipes his ass. I felt no need to doubt it. That's definitely true. I mean, I assume that as well. You should have Kloss on again sometime. He seemed like a pretty Kloss. You were great as well, and it was funny when in the stream that we did because we obviously did a watch along, and we all almost fell asleep at the same time. It was rough. Would you win a fight against John Jones? There is no prize money, and he's trying to kill you, but you have a sawed-off shotgun. See, I'm not very handy with weaponry. I've only used it once, so that could be 50-50 even with the shotgun. It would depend how much distance I've got. Like I said, you'll get the realness. Legit way, man. It's been a while. How are you, man? Welcome back. I was chatting shit. I don't know. I didn't know y'all actually have a group chat. Yeah, we do have a group chat. Of course we do. Somalians are in South London. Okay, we're starting to get closer to the truth here. Thoughts on Tio apologizing for slavery after the Shakur beatdown. Nothing like a beatdown to make you apologize for things you had nothing to do with. So you kind of don't believe in organized religion. I don't believe in anything that's where you kind of have to indoctrinate yourself fully. It's a tough one. Higher Observer, one of my favorite subscribers. How you doing, brother? I read a study not too long ago that like 70% of Islam converts revert to their old religion or no religion after about 5 years. I can tell you, Tabor, the people that I know who have reverted, they still stay naming Muslim, but they don't really practice. They still smashing, they're still drinking and doing whatever else, eating pork and shit. In fact, the only thing that a lot of Muslims that I know seem to stick to is the not eating pork thing, because that seems to be the easiest thing to stick to, you know, because not smashing on the weekend is hard, and not drinking is hard as well, and not smoking. But pork, they just remove it and then act like they're phenomenal Muslims, which all fair to them. Do you think Karambi sacrificed himself so we can all be here? Maybe. The Epstein files are mad. I haven't seen it yet, Nico, to be honest. I haven't delved into it. I'm worried that I might be on there. But all jokes aside, I haven't delved into it yet. But the way that people have been reacting to it over the last 24 hours, I feel like I need to. Is there any insight you can give me about it that will motivate me to get into it? Closer to the truth, for fuck's sake. That you, sir, have earned a sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm just a moron, mate. So if that made you laugh, you're in for a treat. Bro, are you serious? How are you doing? Frankie's kid has the Irish brawl and the Chinese red oriental precision. No wonder he's dominating. He is a monster, mate. Are you racist? Nah, I'm a little bit prejudiced. A little bit prejudiced. I don't judge people that I've met individually on their ethnic and like religious background. I judge the individual on their own basis. But I'm being very honest when I have certain prejudices about people. Like, for example, the Indian people don't know how to queue. That is a social bias that I have. Some Indian people do like to queue or are capable of it. But just in my experiences, not usually. And that's just an example. You know, women not being able to drive, so on and so forth. There are certain, I mean, I don't have that belief, but just an example. Send him 2 years to, no, I'm not sending my son to Dagestan. I couldn't do that to the little lad. I hope you did. Tone, welcome back, man. I hope work's going well. I hope the end of your overtime schedule is coming to an end soon and you're going to be back with the boys soon because you are a valuable member of this community. Your uncle Elon is all over this new update of the Epstein files. Well, that doesn't surprise me. He does seem like he might be a freak and a nonce, to be honest, but me looking like him a little bit is going to age very, very badly, or so everyone says. Have you seen Indians queuing in real life? I have, mate. I worked in Qatar and there were a lot of Indians there, and those motherfuckers skip queues like you wouldn't believe. Most of the fights I've ever had have been about people trying to get in front of me. No, I'm basing my opinions on real. So I've lived all over the world. I've lived in Qatar. I've lived in Thailand. I've lived in America. I've lived in obviously China. I lived in Japan for a little bit. I've been all over the place, and I've encountered groups of people living in different places. So this isn't all just like me scrolling through YouTube and going, "That guy can't queue." Bruh, too many motherfuckers you see out there can't even think about it. The island was a Disneyland. What is this about kids sacrificing? Trump is all over the file. Some stories about him forcing young girls to do sexual acts. I mean, none of that surprises us, Nico. They're all scumbags. Tinos, what's good, brother? When was the first time you've kissed a man? Um, I've never done it, man. I've never done it. I'm still inexperienced in that category, to be honest. But as I've stated many times on this channel, there's nothing wrong with being gay. It's just not for me. Indian folks do in fact struggle to queue. I witness it every day. They do, and it's not that to me is not a racist thing. It's a little bit of a prejudice thing, but a lot of prejudice has turned out to be quite true. Indian people look at a queue and think to themselves, "How can I get to the front of this?" And they don't. They have no shame in barging to the front of the line. I saw Abu Dhabi Crown. Oh, they're definitely up to no good. Because whenever I go to Thailand, and like I used to live in a place called Bahrain. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's in the Middle East, very near to Qatar. And Bahrain is basically the part of the Arabian Peninsula where all the debauchery goes down. And all the time I would go there, I would see Arab men that clearly can't behave like that in their country doing fucked up stuff. And in Thailand as well. I used to see Saudi Arabian men bucking wild out there, moving the ladyboys with expediency. Expeditiously, they were moving to those ladyboys. No shame, no casting eyes on those. And when I lived in Qatar, I got prepositioned by Arab men a lot of the time, so I know they up to some freaky shit. Tell us why and how you lived in many countries. So I'm I'm a university professor, so I've worked all over. So I used to live in different countries. You know, I'd spend 2 years here, a year there, so on. So that's how I ended up moving around. I basically chose the profession that I have for the sole purpose because my goal in life was always to travel, and the best way to do that was to get jobs in these places and obviously live there while I was working out the culture and what was best for me. Bahrain is rich as fuck. It's like the playground for them. I'm not sure how rich it is. It's a very, very small country. I mean, it's basically the size of a city, and a small city at that. But it's where people go in that part of the world to do fucked up stuff. Because all over the Arabian Peninsula, there are different levels of severity. Like Saudi Arabia would be amongst the most strict, and then places like Oman and Bahrain, Qatar would be somewhere in the middle, UAE somewhere in the middle as well. But why do you look so Northern European? Because I am. Or I'm sure I've got Northern European blood in me. And we know the Irish were always we know that the Irish were getting piped out by the Vikings for quite a while. I'm Indian, and Gen Z Indians are far more sensible in queuing than the millennials living in foreign countries. I believe you could be right about that. Like I said, it is a prejudice thing, and I'm not saying that all Indian people can't queue. It's just something that I've certainly experienced in my life. And I can share those if it's happened to be multiple times. I can share that as this is something that tends to happen, and it's something I've noticed from that ethnic group more than others. What are you professing? I'm an English literature professor. Did you need a college degree to teach English in other countries? Yeah, you do. Um, I needed my teaching masters and my college degree, but it depends what institutions you teach in. So obviously, I was going for the most money and for jobs that were going to move me up the ladder, so that I could take higher positions when I move in between different places. And obviously, having a degree and a master's degree certainly helps to get your foot in the door. But there are some places and some countries you can go to without it, but that's becoming less and less regular. If you want to get a decent paying job in a country that has a low tax rate, you need a degree at the very least. And most of them insist now that you have like a PGCE or some kind of American equivalent. Um, Damn, you were blessed. I really want to have a job like this. Honestly, I kind of stumbled into it. Um, but for me, it was the best decision I ever made. I love my job. It's stressful, but it allows me to pick up and leave when I want to. Um, I have people that work under me, which is very helpful as well. So I've got very few people who dictate what I can do, if any, really. Thoughts on Indians shitting on the pavement on Kingsbury High Road? I never personally experienced that, but we have toilets for a reason. You're fairly cool for a professor. The ones I've all had were all nerdy slobs. To be fair, and most of the professors I've met have all been, we're just people at the end of the day. We just are. I mean, I'll be honest with you, there is like a division in any university I've been in between like humanities and subject-based professors and those who teach like maths and science, because those guys are nerdy as hell. And they're very insular in how they deal with each other. But certainly the language-based professors are all like, most of the ones I've encountered are just regular, normal people that just got specialized in a certain thing and went for it. Frankie, if you became a billionaire overnight, what would be the first twisted, dark fantasy you'd satisfy? I think you can fill in the blank yourself. Armand would absolutely kill and dismantle Saint Denis. Adolf, I agree with you. Yeah, when Saint Denis made that call out, he went, or he went. I want the belt. I'm going to go in front of all these motherfuckers, these bitches. And then they went to him. What do you want? And he went. He said he wants the title of the BMF fight, which obviously makes sense. But he mentioned Armand's name, but didn't mention he would fight him. I'm just going to take your spot, motherfucker. But he didn't say he was going to fight him because he's not dumb. I went to India a few weeks back and stuck it on the curry cunt who tried to cut in front of me at the airport. User, I tried to fight like 20 of them when I was at Qatar airport after queuing for 3 hours, and a whole pack of them tried to get just like mow past us, and I started wiling out. How you doing, Edgar? Nice to see you here, bro. Edgar, I'm going to the Philippines in March again. I've been there quite a few times, and I'm looking forward to going back. Shout out to the Philippines. Wonderful country, wonderful people. I'm looking forward to going back. I used to visit there a lot when I lived in Hong Kong, especially because it's like an hour and a half flight. What do you think about UFC 324 and 325? Very underwhelming. We had some very good fights. We had some good KOs, but I don't think they did the best they could to stack these cards as well as they could have done. And I don't mean with household names, which is true enough anyway, but I don't think they did enough to make good matchups. UFC 324 did not have enough fights at all. Obviously, we had 3 pullouts. And 325, the prelims was better than the main card. So, what's your prejudice about post-Soviet states? So, my prejudice, when I think of Russian people, or that general area, I just think of like drunk-based dudes with like hot blonde women. I don't have much of I just think of people with based, strong mentalities. Do you know what I mean? That's it. I don't really have any negative biases towards those states. What's your favorite country you've been to? Wow, that's a really good question. I'd have to go with Japan. Japan felt the most distinctly different. It's the one place I went to where I felt like I was experiencing something completely different than I'd ever experienced. I love Japan. And I've never lived there for an extended period. I've been there for a few months, but I'd love to go and live there. But I think it would change me. Are you Mr. Pyro? I don't know who that is, mate. BSD really needs to start playing into the whole French person swearing a lot. I really enjoyed that. Welcome back, Angie. But that's a good question. I can say curry cunt because my family is from Indopu. Anyone can say curry cunt. It's not that bad of an insult. Armin is doing some good marketing, but that Nina Drama girl is cursed. She is, man. People need to stop doing pre-fight interviews with that dumb slut. Your honest opinion about your nymphomaniac mum. I mean, everyone's got to have their fun in it. What you're saying is actually quite true. My mum was manic depressive, so you know how that happens. What goes down when you have manic depression. Are we going to have live streams in the Philippines? Absolutely. Japan is on my bucket list. You absolutely have to go, Tiff. Do you want to revive the USSR someday? I mean, what do you mean revive it? I'm not Russian. Lots of Chinese, Indian tourists in Japan now. You can't go anywhere without finding Chinese tourists. Chinese tourists are the most traveled group of people in the world. Those fuckers love to travel. Have you ever been to Hadrian's Wall? Worth a visit. No. I haven't been to Hadrian's Wall. I'm not much of a culture vulture, I'll be honest. In terms of that, like I do like to do a little bit of sightseeing, but ever since I went to the pyramids and it was absolutely shit. I've seen the pyramids in loads of like, images and videos like all of you have. Being there in person, I was very, very underwhelmed. How you doing, Batman? What's good, bro? What is your life philosophy? I feel like you're trying to trick me again. BSD is definitely legit, but he's not beating Armin. BSD, I think it was Combat Casual who mentioned this in the live stream yesterday when we did a panel. He mentioned that BSD has hit his ceiling, and I think he has. I think he's gonna have exciting fights, but will he ever be a champion? French people are disgraceful cowards, and sorry, and no, they won't. No French man will ever be a champion, apart from GSP, but he doesn't count. I take China over Japan. I lived in China for 7 years, and I loved it. I will have no bad word said about China, and it's not what people say it is. And I traveled all over China when I was there, and I can tell you, it's an amazing nation, and it's a self-sustaining nation as well. They are one nation on this planet that if every border was cut off, they would be self-sufficient. I've been to Stonehenge. I went to Stonehenge when I was a kid. It's fucking stones, mate. Who gives a shit? Do you know what I mean? Just because Frankie looks like Zelensky doesn't mean he's an Eastern European who wants to revive the USSR. Exactly. If you can describe your life in philosophy, how would that be? I would say my life has been really about taking risks, about exploring new things. I would say get out into the world and explore. You know, World Cup 26 winners. I'm going with Spain. I think European teams are far superior to the rest of the world, and I think the heat in America is obviously not going to phase the Spanish. So I think the Spanish will win the World Cup. Somebody asked me if I speak other languages. I can barely speak English, mate. Have you heard me? I do understand a few Chinese words though. How come everyone has a terrible I went to Egypt with my wife, yeah, and the way Egyptian men were acting was disgusting. They're lucky I didn't while out. Hello, your wife is so sexy. Not your wife is pretty, your wife is good looking. Your wife's so sexy. I don't know why I'm using a French accent today. Because Egyptians don't sound like that. Let me I can't do an Egyptian accent right now. But they are outwardly gross. And I was a lot smaller back then, so I just had to shut up and take it. Because I'd have like 4 or 5 guys there, just like I'd be like, oh yeah, thanks. Like, she is very good looking. That kind of one. But they were absolutely gross. Oh, so sexy. Oh, so sick. I can't do it. Speak a little Chinese for us, Frankie. No, I'm not doing that. I only know the bad stuff. No habla poco español. I do know a little bit of Spanish as well. Spanish is a really nice language. It's one of those languages that I feel is easier to learn, and it sounds much nicer than English, I think. Seattle Sounders just traded Vargas to Atletico Madrid. Vargas is Mexican, isn't he? I wish I could care. Japan hates foreigners, but they pretend not to. The Japanese here have the most overly inflated sense of politeness I've ever seen. But secretly, they fucking hate all of us. You are 100% correct about that. I've heard Chinese people are actually friendly to tourists. They really, really are. Chinese people are generally they're very interested. They're very open-minded. They want to learn about you, and they're very welcoming. Just don't fuck around in China. Chinese people are amazing. I wish I was Chinese. What makes you say that? I think Argentina are favorites over Spain. The finalissima will probably be the World Cup final, but Argentina got it. I don't think they've got enough talent now. Hi lad, what's the content? How you doing, Nate? It's basically anything goes. We generally talk about MMA in here, so it's mostly like UFC stuff. But to be honest, whatever you want to talk about is what the content is. So it's anything goes in here. Spanish is so beautiful. Rather speak that than mosque language like Moroccan. Spain used to be a destination I used to go to quite regularly as well. I love Spain as a country. The last time I went there, I didn't have the most amazing time, to be honest. And that's because we chose to go We went there for a week, and we chose to spend some time in Madrid, and some time in Barcelona. And just traveling in between both cities turned out to be a pain in the ass because you're traveling twice or 4 times in the space of a week, and it just made the experience much less enjoyable for me. To be fair, only 1 million foreigners live in China compared there to 1 billion. We are very much a minority. It's true. Gave up on French. I can understand that. With your wife being Chinese, do you go back often to visit? I haven't been there in 3 years. Well, a bit longer than 3 years. But I would love to go back. I like Italian and German language. Italian's not bad as well. German sounds very, very guttural. But as I've said, German humor is very, very underrated. Like and subscribe to the channel, by the way, if you've just turned up here. Your boy is trying to climb up the ladder a little bit. Japan has culturally imposed ideas. Politeness is one of those imposed traits. You're absolutely right, and there is a phoniness about it. But I would rather that somebody is like fake polite than like real time rude. Frankie, have you ever been to the motherland? I've only been to Egypt and Morocco, which isn't really real Africa, so no. But I would like to go to Africa at some point. My mom spoke really highly of Kenya. I'd love to visit South Africa because I've got a lot of South African friends. And your boy will probably get robbed, but it's a chance I'm willing to take. So South Africa's got to be up there as well. In terms of other African countries, I've got to be honest, I'm not that keen because a lot of African countries are fucking corrupt. And as soon as I set foot in there, like a lot of my black friends are like, yeah, come to Ghana. And it's like, yeah, man, it's all right for you. You're black, you're African. As soon as I pull up there, some nastiness is going to go down. Do you live in the UK now? I do. I've been back in the UK for about 3 years, but I didn't go back to London. Frankie, are the Koreans the same as those Japanese cunts? Koreans are quite different, but Koreans are very much into aesthetics. So Korean women get a lot of surgeries. They've got a big drinking culture there. If you go to Korea, you'll have a good time. It's very like materialistic. It's very aesthetic. Deutschland is goat. Germany is beautiful. Very, very clean. People there are amazing as well. And they don't give that fake politeness. Frankie, am I no longer the disgusting cunt in the chat? You have been usurped by Pib. I went to Nigeria. How was it? I wouldn't piss on some. I mean, Somalia isn't a place you would visit. Somalia is literally the bumhole of planet Earth. There, I said it. I said it. I said it. It's perfectly positioned on where the arsehole of Earth would be as well. In my fucked up head, anyway. Was nice, but if you don't know the right people, it's long. That's kind of what see. The thing is that if I went over there with a group of people that knew the place and you know I knew what to get done, I would never go because I mostly travel by myself because I'm the man like that. And I would never go to an African country by myself. I would get chewed up and spat out. Like I might be stupid, but I ain't that stupid. Today's stream is so wholesome, worldly, and cultured. It's nice. I've never been to India, Gazor. I've never been there, but to be honest, it's getting higher and higher up the list. I've never really ever thought to go to India's never really been high for me because my view of it's always been it's a little bit too overcrowded. The Indians that I know in this country are like, listen, white boy, if you go there, you're going to get your shit scammed out. I mean, I don't really crash out too badly to getting scammed. I just see it as a learning experience. And I know that doesn't represent what India is, but I'm starting to become more and more intrigued by the prospect of going there. But I wouldn't go somewhere like Delhi where it's very overcrowded. I'd have to go to like a smaller populated place where I could, let my hair down a little bit. I'm British, but of brown skin. Will I get weird looks in Japan or Korea? I like alcohol and pussy. Typical lad. Good lad. But worried about racism. I wouldn't go to Dublin. No, Dublin, you'd be fine. Dublin's very mixed now. But problem with Dublin is I lived there for 6 months about 3 years ago. It is the most expensive city I've ever been to, and that's saying something. And you don't get value for that. But I don't think in China you would. I mean, Chinese people are not racist. They're just more like the previous generation were taught very, very badly about racial hierarchies. So they're just more like fearful than like outright racist. If a Jewish man offered you 15 shekels to live in Somalia for a year, would you take it? I don't know how much 15 shekels is worth, but I don't think I'd get to spend it. So no. I'm sorry, bro. I grew up in Germany. Yeah, Germans generally are hella racist and don't know hospitality. Trust me, I'm happy to be in the UK now. I've only visited Germany very, very sporadically, and obviously being like white and shit, I don't think I would have experienced the same thing as some other people would be. Every time I pop in here, it's about Indians or Muslims. Yeah, sorry if this is becoming a little bit one note for you. We are trying. Have you ever been to India because it smelled like shit? Wow. Mind crush quiz. That's harsh. Somalia versus India. India wins every time. Somalia, I'm sorry to say, is a genuine shithole. And I know this on good authority. Frankie, we got a solid 4'4" of snow. Like I said, I would almost disappear wading into that. Somalia versus India. No, don't compare India to Somalia. That's cold blooded. Not everyone in here is a scumbag. Most are though. I mean, I did release a short the other day, basically shitting all over this community. And I love each and every one of you, but most of you are scum. Frankie, do you support Israel or Palestine? I couldn't give less of a fuck, mate. To be honest, yeah, they've both been throwing stones at each other for centuries. So it's very difficult to know where it all kicked off. Because if you go back far enough back in history, they both laid claim to having, they both have seemingly legitimate claims to the land. It's a difficult one. I've got Indian friends, but I'd never go. Do you know what put me off about India for the longest time? I'm going to keep it real, yeah. My Indian friends straight up told me, don't go there. It's a shithole. Imagine that. How you doing, young Gonzo? What's good, man? I have to see Somalia every day when I take a shit in the toilet. Oh, I'm not even gonna go hard on you for making that comment. Would you rather visit Israel or Palestine? Mate, that sounds like nightmare scenarios, to be honest. I probably just about favor Israel. I've had enough of I'm gonna leave it there. But you will not see me in either of those countries. I'm not gonna lay foot on any of those countries in my lifetime. Your Indian friends are lying, are they? Maybe it's because I think what the issue is, Sid Hesh, yeah, maybe you can confirm this for me. Despite them being ethnically Indian, when they go back as British people, they feel like they don't get treated as Indians, as like having Indian backgrounds, and they get treated as British, and then they get moved to. They get scammed, they get lied to, they get taken the piss out of, they get taken advantage of. So they're basically speaking from their individual experiences. But I'm sure that India is a really nice place, and it is getting further and further up the list for me, and I'm running out of new places to go. Your boy's probably going to conquer South America at some point, and then India will be on the list. Israel support confirmed. Whatever. Would love to visit Munich as I have a friend who's working for the Bayern club. Munich is a really nice city. I would definitely recommend you get over there. They would love you over there. Everyone is sharing culturally appropriate opinions here. It's one of those streams. Sometimes things just click, you know. Sometimes things just they're very nice. India is very clean. Okay. It's not all clean. Nowhere is all clean. I heard South India is a bit better, but North India is disgusting and stinks. I The thing is, yeah, Gazor, if you go back into my channel, yeah, I've done like some travel vlogging in like I did a couple of live streams when I was in Vietnam last year. And I've done a couple in the Philippines. I did one or two in Thailand as well. But I need to do it properly. The reason why I don't, yeah, maybe you guys can help me out on this. Whenever I get mobile internet out there, it's shit. And the streaming is a problem. I bought like a microphone. I'll show you what it looks like. I bought this microphone so I could do in real life streams while I'm abroad. And I thought I was solving the problem because the sound wasn't that good. And whenever I got abroad, yeah, I'd buy mobile internet packages. I use something called Holafly. And while you can surf the internet quite well, when I try to live stream, it's outright dog shit, mate. It like stutters. People are going, I can't hear, or your voice isn't synced. And it just kind of makes me think, what's the fucking point? So unless I can find a solution to getting good, solid mobile internet out there, I don't know what I can really do. Which is why I always end up going back to the hotel and then just doing a stream like this, or going back to my condo and doing a stream like this, you know. If you really want to go to India, go to Kerala. The water is really clean. It gives Bali's nice. Bali is nice. North India has that sleazy, sketchy Egyptian dude vibes. South India is decent for India. I might have to give South India a try then. Cheap resorts, not much scammers, and all over positive experiences. Why are there so many red books behind you? What are they? They are actually Nintendo Switch games. Philippines Wi-Fi is fucking shit. The Wi-Fi is shit. You're absolutely right. But the mobile internet's a problem as well, man. Really big problem. Like I get like a mobile internet service thing out there. Like I'll sign up to something, and it's always rate like I said, you can do stuff like WhatsApp, watch YouTube videos, no problem. But as soon as you do live streaming, it's cooked, mate. Maybe I should find out. Yeah, maybe I do need the iShow Speed streaming gear. It's the internet that lets me down. It really does. India can be very good around the Himalayas and the islands, as well as the South Indian beaches. See, I'm not much of a beach person yet because I burn like a fucking crisp, mate. Have you ever been to Mexico? Mexico is happening next summer or this coming summer. I've got a friend who owns an apartment out there and he's been telling me for ages to go out there. I'm thinking of maybe doing like a Mexico then because I've heard Peru's amazing as well. So I might do like a Mexican Peru double up, but I'm going to Mexico this year 100%. And I'm thinking maybe July is going to be a Mexican thing. I love the tacos and a Latina pussy. I've heard that that is spectacular. I mean, I won't be going there for that reason, just be going for the vibe. Get the Elon Musk satellite Wi-Fi thing. Does it actually work though? You're talking about Starlink here. Maybe somebody can let me know, yeah, because if Starlink works really well in the Philippines, then I might do that. Frankie, have you been to Murica? No, I haven't. I have not. I mean, I've traveled to a lot of places, but obviously I'm more of a settler. Like I'll settle there for a year or 2 or 6 months or whatever. But there's so many individual places that I still need to go. But I've been to pretty much every continent. The next big 3 on the list. I want to go to Mexico. I want to go to somewhere in South America. Argentina would probably be top of the list. And I want to go to Australia as well. Who would win in a fight? The Lorax or heavy duty forestry equipment? Is the Lorax a Pokemon? Starlink is shit. I've tried it. I knew it. I don't trust anything that comes out of Elon Musk's fucking mouth. All of his products are all talk and no. It's all sizzle and no steak. You're better off with local Wi-Fi. Like I said, I don't use Wi-Fi there. I use mobile internet. I've tried to use Wi-Fi in bars, but it's just not very effective. Try the Himalayas. Head to Nepal or Bhutan from there. If you plan well in India, you can have a great trip. If you waste your breath in Delhi, then not so. I wouldn't go to Delhi. And Delhi is absolutely off the list. The Lorax speaks for the trees. Oh, there's my ignorant ass putting my foot in it again. Do not whip it out, Batman. If you haven't been to, I highly recommend. Colorado's been spoken about a lot in here. Because I've been to America many times, but I've been to all the bait places like Boston, Washington, New York, Las Vegas. I've been to California, but I've never been to mid America, and I very much would like to. And Colorado is a place that comes up very, very often. Colorado sounds like it would be an amazing place to live, not just visit. So I would definitely look into it. Do not whip it out, Batman. I am low-key thinking of fucking. I'm sorry that being here has given you this urge. You might need to look at your inclinations in future. By the way, if you guys again could like the stream, I think we've got about 20 likes right now. I'm not moving to Hawaii, mate. I'm not moving anywhere where there's a fucking active volcano. You trying to get me killed? I had a trip to Hawaii planned 3 years ago. I had the flights booked, everything booked. I don't know if it was 3 years ago. It was around about that time. And then they literally had that volcanic disaster and I couldn't go. So it's off the list. I want to live in San Francisco. That says a lot about you, mate. That's the zestiest comment you've made. And that's saying a lot because you say some out-of-pocket shit up in here. True stuff. When I look at you, my dick gets turned off, Frankie. I lived in Colorado for about 6 years and absolutely loved it. Very expensive to live there, though. I mean, given the job that I do, I mean, I could easily have a salary of like 150 grand a year. and I've got houses in different places, so I could probably get it done. You know, I could probably live out there. Colorado has cougars too, but then again, they are everywhere. Yeah, if you haven't experienced yourself a good cougar, you haven't lived. California is the best country in the world. Would you ever try fentanyl and hit the fentanyl? Nah, I'm not much of a drug. I say I'm not much of a drug user. I'm not a drug user at all. I live fairly clean and free, to be honest. I used to be a heavy drinker, but I don't even do that anymore. Only when I'm on holiday. American geography strikes again. Yes, the 50 countries of America. I've got to be honest though, for all the times I do shit on America, and I do love, it's all tongue in cheek, because whenever I go over there, I always have a blast. I can see why you guys love your country as much as you do. To be honest with you, it is a great place to visit. It really is. I do love America, but I do think I need to start going to some of those less bait places. Like I said, the Colorados, the Atlanta, well, maybe not Atlanta. I've heard Atlanta can be a bit dicey, but Pennsylvania. Do you know what I mean? I know Pennsylvania is close to New York. Which country people are the most chopped? Wow. Oh, Qatar, mate. They had some chopped up women over there, and I got moved to a lot out there, and it did not float my boat. America, no, it's not Ireland. Batman, get fucked. Batman. Irish women are some of the most beautiful whiteys in the world. Arabs are pretty chopped. They are. They are. Pennsylvania is the best. That's right, Tiff. What's a good place to go? If you like sun, beach, and alcohol vibes, I would go to Thailand. Is obviously a great place to go. Phuket would be the place to go to in Thailand. I would go to the Maldives. I've been to the Maldives twice. It is paradise, because you can basically rent, what do they call them? They're not condos, they're like chalets or whatever they are. I've been to New York. My daughter's living in New York now. I've been to New York a handful of times. I remember stepping out of Grand Central Station the first time. I think I was 20 years old. And you know, when you step out of Grand Central Station and you just look up and you're just surrounded by skyscrapers, it's the first time I ever felt like an ant. Honest, like and subscribe, indeed. You look like you're 23, but you have the XP of a 38, 40. I'm 41 years old, mate. 41 years old. So I will take that compliment. The fact that I look relatively young. Wyoming is highly underrated if you like nature. I'm all right for nature. Why do you know Gen Z slang if you're 40 years old? Because I work with students that are 18 years and older. They call them ladyboys, Frankie, not condos. Not in what do you call it? What place did I say again? The Maldives, not in the Maldives. If you're talking about Thailand, then yeah, you're absolutely right. First subscriber will get a 20% discount. I promise you guys, the more we get in, I will do an in real life stream over in the Philippines. I'll do a proper one. Like, I'll go out in the streets, we'll get shit done. I will go where you tell me to go. And I will do the most requested thing in the chat. But I'm telling you now, the internet is going to be cooked. Hope your day's okay, Frank. Pork chop, I've had a pretty good day. Work was crazy. I hope you're well as well, brother. I always appreciate have you turning up. And always pay compliments to Pork Chop, because look at his PFP. He will fuck you up. So don't mess with him. First time I ate puss was of a Turkish girl with a big bunda. Thanks for sharing, man. I will tell you this as well, yeah. Eating pussy is a fine delicacy. Obviously, don't go out there eating all the pussies out there, because some of them are a mess. Some of them look like a fucking rotten kebab on a Saturday night. But I am a very big fan of scuba diving, and I encourage all men to go snorkeling. You feel me? Embrace your snorkeling. You're gonna fuck some good Filipino bitches. No, I'm not. I don't really like to talk about my situation, because the people that know, rather. but I'm not somebody who indiscriminately throws my dick out on the crap table. I don't play that game. I'm not a young boy anymore. We're gonna get a mini Frankie soon. We've already got 3, mate. I think my seed has already populated the world enough. 3 is enough for the balance of existence. God, that comment from that young child made me feel so old. Why'd you know things, Frankie? You're fucking 40. I know, it's crazy, innit? Snorkeling is amazing. I love my girl's Slavic pussy. Batman, you're really going hard tonight. I know you feel threatened, yeah, because Pib has been going hard lately. But Pib, yeah, is genuinely disgusting. Whereas I feel like you are a faux. I feel like you're a bit faux. I feel like you're pushing it. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you're saying these things for a reaction, but you're genuinely a good dude. Whereas Pib is legitimately gross. Cheers, Frankie. Gotta go. Manfan, if I'm in Aussie land, I'll definitely give you a shout. You need to hit me up on Twitter. We need to get all the boys together. Yeah, bro, I agree. You gotta be mad selective with the pussy you eat. I've slept with 40 plus women and I've only eaten it 3 times. You know when you see it. If it looks like some chopped up kebab, stay away. Frankie has herpes. Not that I'm aware of. I've managed to swerve the STD because I'm very careful where I put my dick, mate. Now I've used my dick many, many times, but you like a hairy bush. Westy, I've got to be honest with you. There are many, many things in this world that we agree on and many things we don't. But a hairy fucking muff is something that I will never get behind. I'm sorry, but no. I'm not saying I want it bald eagle down there, but clean. What is the most disgusting thing Pim said? No, it's Pib. Pib has been an OG sleazebag for years, though. You've got a lot of degeneracy to get. See, he doesn't think about the most disgusting thing. The things that naturally come out of his mouth are straight up disgusting. You can tell he's lived it. Whereas of you're here for the bants, and I respect that. WMC likes the jungle. He does. Bro, I finally cracked it. No hate, but you look like a cool Stewie Griffin grown up. There's worse things to be called. I've been called some horrendous things on YouTube. You know, people be hating. Man called him pimp. User, I wish you had a name that I could like. I wish you could change your app because I can't be calling you user the entire time. You don't know what you're missing. I fucking do, mate. I've gone jungle exploring and it ain't for me, mate. I don't want to be wading through the bush. It's a hygiene thing for me. Looks like I'm just pushing it now, Frankie. Batman, you're forcing it. You're forcing it. We love you for who you are, man. You don't have to force it. I wanted to be the scumbag. You can forge a new niche on this channel because to be fair, you're funny as fuck, man. But you're never gonna outdo Pib. He genuinely makes me uncomfortable, and he stalks me when I'm not online as well. His dedication to debauchery is, mate. My username was R, and then it got changed. Yeah, they've changed it to the ats and not to the usernames. It's really annoying because I got to know everyone. So, for example, Tone has a very similar username to his at, and WMC is Western Mass Climber. You would see Western Mass Climber in his thing, but now it says WMC, so I can recognize it. I've had to relearn everyone's usernames again. Ayush Verma, how you doing? Where are you from? I am Irish, but I grew up in Southwest London, but I've traveled all over the world. Yeah, Pib is the natural scumbag. Pib is the Epstein of MMA YouTube, 100%. You will never be able to outdo the debauchery of that cunt. First time I scuba dived was a random girl at a party, and it was a full jungle. I've never seen that much bush since. You see, it comes down to a hygiene thing and looking after yourself a little bit. What is the value of tan 90? I'm not a mathematician, mate. But the fact that I knew that was maths proves I'm not entirely brain dead. You know what I mean? We are currently 23 subs off 1.7k. I really want to badly get over that fucking hump. Frankie, I've been to your channel for a while. When you're gonna mod me back? I will mod you back at some point. To be fair, I've gone over the band lists. To be fair, Modship here now has kind of turned more into like it's like an honorary. It's not really a position of power. because this place is allowed to be as disgusting as it gets. And I think even Westy agrees with me on this. I think the more that we kick people out, the more it riled people up and just got them coming back with more alts and shit and just creating more nightmares. What do you do for a living? I am a professor, an English literature professor. What are you going to do for 2K, Frank? I don't know, man. I haven't actually thought about it. I've always said that when I get to 10K, I'd do like a house tour. But then I realized, yeah, that like I've doxed myself enough. Everyone knows my real name. They know my date of birth. It's more like an honorary membership. Pib sounds like the Cejudo of I enjoy Pib very much. I'm not shitting on Pib. I enjoy having him here. He says what he feels. What do you teach? I thought you taught math. No, I teach English literature. But pork chop is a good question. Maybe some of the chat could come up with some ideas. When I get closer to the 2K, I mean, it might take me years to get there. But when I eventually get there, maybe I can discuss it with the chat and see what comes out of it, you know, because I would like to do something. So yeah, Tiff, you've nailed it. No, I completely disagree, but it's your gay channel at the end of the day. Fuck you. And you can run your channel however you want. But Wesley, I always appreciate your support and your opinion. We have had some good discussions about how to run the channel. And by and large, it's been helpful. But I do think we've had much less debauchery in here since we stopped indiscriminately banning people. I think you can agree with that to some extent. Can I ask you a question? Absolutely. You can ask whatever the fuck you want, mate. Hear me out on this. I think Afghanistan will be the new Dubai in 30 years' time. The thing is, yeah, that's not a terrible shout, because the problem with countries like Qatar is very small, very, very small. So they're going to need more land to expand upon. It took Geo 11 days to get 100K. We're not all goats in the game. I think we can do better than a fridge reveal. Shirtless stream for 2K. Nah. I mean, as impressive that would be as it would be for everyone. I mean, I look pretty good under the hood. That was gay. No, I'm not really on doing stuff like that. Cookie cutting cowards. How old are you? I'm 41 years old, bro. I know. Shower me with praise. I look amazing, don't I? For 41. Do you think it's justified to make it mandatory to tip delivery boys 60% to prevent obesity? I don't think that would prevent obesity, but I see where you're coming from. I think mandatory tipping is disgraceful. It's the one aspect of America that really, really, really pisses me off. And the fact that you don't have you can't be asked to add tax on. I don't like having to work tax out. I mean, fortunately, I'm quite good with percentages. I'm 41, Ayush. Yeah, 41 years old. Dump them out. I'm not. We're embracing the darkness, bro. We are embracing the darkness. You also don't really feed into the rage bait, so most of the trolls just leave. That's very, very true. I'll be honest with you though, Tabor. I did get into a very brief period where I started crashing out a little bit. Well, crashing out for me, you know, I get a little bit irritated and start shouting at people. But it's very, very hard to piss me off, because first of all, I'm stupid, and secondly, I don't really care. I'm very secure within myself, and that helps me with you know, navigating life in general. Are you married or not? Yeah, I'm married and I've got 3 kids. I've got a kid so my children are 21 years old, 17 years old, and 5. Who doesn't like a tip? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait, hang on a second. A money tip we're talking about. One time I sucked tits and milk came out. Am I a monster because I liked it? You're not a monster at all, mate. Titty milk is underrated. Tastes like cantaloupe juice. If you know, you know. Your skin is better than most 22-year-olds. What's your skincare? I'll be honest with you, man. It's E45 cream. E45 cream. And I do eat relatively well. Like, I eat quality food now. I don't eat peasant food anymore. I don't eat much processed foods anymore. I drink a lot of water. And yeah, I look after my skin. So like, and it's just simple using moisturizer every day. E45 moisturizer. And that's done me well, you know? But I don't know really, because like, it could be a genetic thing. I'm not lying. I was born in 1984. He likes to make a face mask from his cum. To be honest with you, yeah, if that worked, I'd probably do it. But breast milk is the best energy drink. Breast milk is, I don't care if you people find this disgusting. I'm going to lean into it now, seeing as we've gone here. Breast milk is sweet. And there's something about it that's just... Anyway, no, but the baby wasn't mine, so I shouldn't be benefiting from the milk. You see, when you put it like that, it sounds fucking disgusting. You are definitely welcome on this channel. You definitely belong here. My kind of scumbag. Shout out to you, user. I need to get you to change that at some point so that I can gather distinctive... Because there's a few people that come in that have a user hyphen and then a load of shit behind it. So it's going to be different. But I'm sure I'll work out who the fuck you are as soon as you start talking. I hate Cantaloupe. Different strokes for different folks, mate. Why are you white? Wow, what a question. You throw me off here. I mean, I don't want to get into the whole like how genetics works and how geography works and all the rest of it. What a ridiculous question. But shout out to you though anyway. Why am I as white as I mean, maybe you mean that question in a different way. There's a reason why they're so dumb. Yeah. But I'll tell you something, yeah. I called out this community for being disgusting. I swear. Franco definitely tried it from his wife's, but I did not. I will deny that down to the ground, mate. There's a guy that does boxing streams and calls me Robert. The thing is, yeah, if you come in and say, yo, it's Robert, I'll recognize you immediately. But because your username looks very familiar to a lot of other people, I know that I'll recognize you as soon as you start talking, though. This channel requires minimum degeneracy percentage. We need a couple just to make it interesting. But I mean, generally, most of the people on here are awesome, just nice. Irish are not chopped. Fuck you, bro. You're gonna make me crash out. Lebanese women are pretty nice, though. So you're half all right. The Mormons think that dark people are dark because of sin. Really? Whoa. Wow. That is a problem. But Frankfurtshire, you're the king of this community. I know you're saying this tongue-in-cheek, you cunt, but I appreciate that. And by the way, shout out to Giuliano Argenti, No Verbal Taps MMA. In fact, he's my most regular panel guest on here. If you want to go back to yesterday's stream, you can see him live in the flesh. Shout out to you, bro. Thanks for coming on as always. Us Italians are better. You're not Italian, you cunt. You are a fucking mongrel. So watch your fucking mouth, mate. This is what you get for coming to Ireland. I don't mean that. I take that back. Would you ever go on TRT? Potentially. Potentially. The thing is, yeah, I'm getting to the point, yeah, where I'm exercising a lot and I'm not gaining size. So it may become, and I don't feel like I'm getting the fluck from my buck. Maybe I'm just exercising wrong, but I'm definitely not getting the results that I deserve for how much I exercise. So it might have to be a possibility. Are you white because you drink a lot of milk? Your mom's titty milk? That was uncalled for. I apologize. I do drink a lot of milk. I'm a cereal man. Half Italian, half Lebanese. Whatever, bro. Whatever. During World War III, I want you to be my commander-in-chief. Will be an honor to serve by your side. I look forward to sacrificing yourself to save me. That started out so well. I love it. Lactose tolerance crew. Best believe. The Mormons are absolute batshit, but every single one I've met is filthy rich. Not a coincidence. Who's the half Lebanese Grasson claiming to be Italian? That would be Batman. Batman, you should subscribe to Giuliano Argenti No Verbal Taps MMA because he is actually, well, I was about to say authentic Italian, but he's an Italian American. Sorry, Musa, how you doing, brother? Hang on. Did I miss your message? Bro, I came by your live after such a long time yesterday. You started talking to some scumbags after like 2 minutes. One of those scumbags is actually in the chat, Musa. So Sunday is going to be a panel reaction thing. So if you're not into panels, I would probably avoid coming on here on Sunday. But I thought yesterday's panel was really good. I think you missed a lot of like fun. And you get to see a lot of new personalities as well. Overhead presses are a game changer. Whatever your weight, you max out at 10, 15 reps. You'll have... So my shoulders are all right. Like I've got decent girth on my shoulders. And I used to be decent skinny. And I do a lot of doo-doo. I do a lot of like, you know, pull-ups and shit. I used to be skinny as fuck. So I know I'm not exactly jacked to hell now, but I'm all right, mate. Considering what I came from. Lebanese women's are supposed to be hot. Caravaggio, you were sensational yesterday. Shout out to you for hanging out for the whole fucking panel. You are a goat. World War IV is going to be galactic war, but that wouldn't be a world war though, would it? That would be an intergalactic war. I'm 28 and realized I'm lactose and tolerate. You mean lactose intolerant? To be honest, Guru fell off. I don't go into Guru's live streams anymore, but I do enjoy his like singular topic videos. Pull-ups, yeah. I like pull-ups, I like push-ups. I've started doing a lot of like sit-ups recently. Bro, you don't want a pull-up contest with me. I will fucking destroy you. I will destroy you. Don't do it to yourself. You don't want any with me. I could do at least 20. I wouldn't call it the Avengers. It's like the like retarded version of the Avengers, I guess. Frankie, do most Americans have German ancestry? I would say I would lean more onto Irish ancestry, which has Norwegian ancestry, which has, it's a whole confusing thing, you know. Do bench press. I don't really fuck with bench press, you know. I've never been a big fan of it. And I don't really have space for it in my home gym downstairs. I've got a treadmill which has served me well. I've got like a sort of a apparatus that allows me to do Smith press pull-ups on and just regular pull-ups. So I don't know if I've got the space for it, but maybe I'm thinking of buying a new house in the area kind of soon, and I might just deck it out and just have like one bedroom in there, and then have like a home gym and all that kind of stuff, and just go mad on it. He said he wants it. He does. Giuliano says he always wants it until he gets humiliated. Giuliano, if you can do like 20 solid ones, you might be able to compete with me. But I don't think. But the thing about you is you're quite tall, but you're also very wiry. So it might be an unfair contest because I'm quite stocky now and quite short. So it may be an unfair contest because you weigh nothing considering how tall you are. MAGA is dead, or RIP. It was dead on arrival. Frankie, can we do a jerk off contest? If it would be who can let the fastest nut go, you would definitely win. The most shameful sex act you've ever done. I once licked a girl's arsehole because she sat on a cake for my birthday. I mean, that's just fantastic, mate. I'm not an arsehole licker personally. I don't really like arse play. But, I mean, if she's got her birthday cake, I mean, if she's got your birthday cake up there, it could be worse. Do you know what I mean? If we're talking about an acceptable situation to be eating arse in, it's definitely when she just shoved the cake up there. So fair play to you. A2, your Phoenician DNA is showing. It is, mate. If you need a mortgage for the new house, hit me up. No joke. I own a mortgage company. Fucking hell. I pay in strict cash, mate. I'm in the cash only business. So I'm at the point where I'm actually like, I've got a few bonds maturing in the next couple of months. And I'm tired of just doing bond after bond after. So I might just, like I said, rent a property for my own thing. In high school, I was voted boy most likely to defeat an Englishman in a YouTube pull-up competition. All trash talk aside, I reckon it would be close. Because you are a fucking twig of a cunt. Facts, Frankie, but wow, it's completely in flames right now, 100%. Let's do a live together. Frank deadlift or squat contest, get beat by a man 20 years. Bruv, you would destroy me in a deadlift contest. I have no doubt. I'm all workout for like looking decent. I am not insanely powerful or strong at all. Clavascular versus Marlon, who mogs? I don't understand that. Nice ass after jacuzzi time, but can't go wrong with a woman with a big bean. Yeah, it does help it when the target zone is or the landing zone is very, very easy to spot. You ain't even reading my messages. I think Musa, I think I'm stuck on top chat. Bro, you're spending too much time on a single comment, due to which you're skipping mine. I'm sorry, man. Part of this is a ramble. It's become a rambling stream. And I am stuck in top chat. My man is invested in bonds. Show some respect. Bonds are the way. Because I'm very risk adverse. Push the limits, Bodak. How you doing, Bodak? What level of degeneracy is your limit? At what point will you not reply? We haven't found out yet, to be honest. Pork, Pork is clearly a unit. Gio's looking for the. I think Gio could be pretty good at pull-ups, but I bet he hasn't done a pull-up in years. I bet he hasn't. Gio will talk his way into a situation and then hope that he doesn't have to back it up a lot of the time. But sometimes he does back it up. So, this could be one of those occasions. Tiffany, who is Pork? Pork is one of my subscribers. Amazing dude. And he's jacked to high heaven. He's on the older side of things, which I don't know how we've managed to bag a fucking solid dude like that. But he's basically a jacked older dude. A beefy older dude. The panel needs to do the next stream in a jacuzzi. I mean, I do them daily on stream all the time. I've never seen you do a pull-up ever. Never. Honestly, Frankie, I want you to grip your dick like you grip those bars. All right, you're making a comeback, Batman. I'm not going to lie. I don't have fun when you have a panel on. I only have fun when you read my obnoxious comments. Fair enough, Musa. I respect that. The thing is, the individual live streams and the panel live streams are for very different audiences. Because some people obviously enjoy listening to people talk shit and seeing different personalities. And some people want that engagement. I really want to have a situation where I start doing like 2-person acts as well, where I have just one other person on so we can address the comments as well. But it's really impossible when you have 4 people on. I try to put the comments up as they come, but it's tough to engage with the chat. You never watch my shit. Bro, do you know how busy I am? It's not because I don't appreciate your content. First of all, you stream at all over the place times. I work 8 to 6, and then I come home, look after my kids. I'm lucky if I can get on a fucking live stream. Do you know what I mean? It's not a disrespect thing at all. And whenever I do watch you, you are entertaining. I do enjoy your live streams, but I don't watch everything that you do. And you've got literally hundreds of thousands of hours of like content out there. So it'd be hard to watch it all. I'm not saying you don't do it. I'm saying I've never seen it. If someone shows me how to do so Pork Chop, you need to start with 50 subscribers. Bodak, what's going on with MAGA right now? Bodak, by the way, Bodak's channel is getting amazing. It's becoming very politically driven, and I think it suits you down to a T. I think if Bodak sticks to that, very intelligent guy, Bodak. He's got a lot to offer the community. I think if he sticks to doing political-based content, he's going to do very, very well. So Pork Chop, start ramping up to 50 subscribers and then go for it. The druggie with the yellow teeth ruined the panel yesterday, kept interrupting. Gio, I think Gio sometimes gets a time lag, so he doesn't hear when people are talking. He definitely doesn't intentionally interrupt people. He just gets a thought and then he goes for it. I've come to learn that about Gio, and it is what it is. World War III would be fought with the best weaponry possible, while World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones. You might be right about that. After we destroy ourselves, there's going to be nothing left but leaves covering our bollocks and sticks and stones to fight over. Bodak, ask your AI what the probability of MAGA surviving another 6 months, please. Great question. Get me on panel. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I want to start doing open panels. I want to do open panel. Sub up to Pork Chop in the afternoon. Get the guy up to 50 subs so he can start live streaming. So as I was saying, user, I want to start doing open panels, but I'm trying to fit them in at a certain. I think when the holiday time comes, I might do them because I've got a lot of my planning already done in advance. So maybe when I go over to the Philippines, I can do an open panel. Hard to find ads and sponsors for political rated content, though. It depends what you're in it for, though. I think Bodak obviously wants to make money from it, but I get the sense more than any. And obviously, most people would like to make money from YouTube, but I think he's in it for the love of the game. That's the sense that I get from him. You know what I mean? Tiff, this has been a really fun one today. I've really enjoyed this. This is what I'm saying. Live streaming is very much a mixed bag. And I'll say this. I'm so glad that I came on tonight because I wasn't going to. I just felt a sudden urge, like, yeah, let's jump on and talk to the boys. It's already on life support. Your filter is blocking. It's not my filter, mate. This channel's unfiltered. I think it's I think, to be honest with you, it's I think it's YouTube itself just banning comments. Do you do kipping or standard pull-ups? I do like a variety. So I do some with my knees bent. I do some just fully standing, and I do different grips and lengths and widths. Sorry, and I do the same with push-ups. But I basically fit in about half an hour of exercising every day because I just don't have the time. Most facial creams use penis foreskin extracts. I can tell you now, mine doesn't. My face cream is very cheap. It's definitely too cheap to have jizz in it. If I was a Make-A-Wish kid, I would wish that Khabib eats a full bacon sandwich, but tell him it's chicken. That happened to a friend of mine once that I went to McDonald's. I ordered him a sausage and egg McMuffin, and he wolfed it down and was like, "Damn, man, we were both drunk." And then I told him afterwards it was pork. We were both drunk. I didn't mean to fuck him over, but it was still funny. I've lost a lot of interest in the UFC over the last few months because Dana ain't making the fights the fans want. Rather, he's making boring fights, which he seems fit only. He's basically picking, what he's doing now is he's picking main events that he thinks are going to do numbers, which he doesn't know anything about. And then he's stacking the rest of the card with like young, hungry fighters that he's hoping will give him the knockouts and excitement that might push the viral moments that might give the cards boosts. But outside of that, you're right. UFC has become very, and the striking thing to me, Musa, that 6-week break, I didn't miss the UFC itself. What I missed was talking about it. I enjoy talking about fighting a lot more than I do actually watching it these days. And that's because moments are few and far between. You watch a 7-hour card, you get about an hour and 45 minutes of actual fighting, and you get mere moments of stuff where it's actually great. In that video, Hideo and Huma cut off the face of a 6-year-old girl and then wore it. What? Oh, Beefcake's back. I'm surprised to see you again, Beefcake, after your. And by the way, I couldn't address you because the panel was on. Fuck you, Beefcake. Arsenal is shit. I was trying to talk to you in the chat, and you were being very hurtful, Beefcake. Very hurtful. Arsenal are probably going to win the Premier League, but you're going to win it by default because nobody else seems to want to pick up the ball and chase you down. You're still a shit club with shit fans, and I hope you absolutely tank, mate. I hope you fail because it's going to be so funny when your fans crash out. You've got the dumbest, most delusional, spasticated fans in the world, and I wish you nothing but pain and misery. Fuck you. Like and subscribe. UFC is dead. Dana's cooked. Is anyone going live after this? I don't. How you doing, Travis? What's good, man? How was I being hurtful? You were talking to me in the chat. That was me typing in the chat, cunt. That was me. And I was trying to be nice to you, and you were just not giving me an opportunity. So fuck your club and fuck your fucking fans. You cunt. I wasn't really hurtful. Have you ever been to the US, Frank? Many, many times. Many, many times. Westy, if you, I'm going to go off very, very soon. And I mean very soon. So go on now. No, you don't have the most fans in the world, you stupid. This is what I'm saying. You dumb fucking spastic. Bruh, Dana is so fucking stupid and arrogant. He never takes others' opinions into consideration. And he thinks he's the only right one. The fights he's making these days make no sense nor money. The thing is, Musa, as much of Dana White is a twat, and he is, he reserves the right to run his little factory however he wants. I'm Beefcake. I'm just playing with you. You weren't even that bad. I bought back knuckle dusters in my hand luggage when coming back from Delhi last month. That's a random tidbit to share. Shout out to you. By the way, guys, could you like I said, like and subscribe. Give the channel a little boost. I'll give you 10 minutes, but that's all you're getting out of me. 10 minutes. The video's code name is Frazzle Drip. Beefcake, I know as a fellow UK native, you appreciate the word spastic. The word spastic is very, very underused in the world today. Frazzle Drip. All right. Let me have a gander. Is it on YouTube? Frazzle Drip. It's on YouTube. You know, I do love you as well, Beefcake. It's all love, man. But I do hate your club. I fucking hate you. It's not your club specifically, it's your fans. Geo, I have more real subs than you. Shots fired. Shots fired, man. Dana White is a privileged punk. Everything has gone right in his life. Lucky bastard. I mean, to a certain extent, for sure. Online is garbage. YouTube is BESG. I like Beefcake. Like when Beefcake used to come in here before, he was very entertaining. He was crashing out hard yesterday. Frankie, fuck Ireland. Fuck you, Batman. Fuck Lebanon. And fuck all your ancestry, mate. Fuck the lot of you. People should seriously... Musa, you are right. I'm a bit angry with Octagon recently because they keep on shutting down people like Brutally and Casual, Combat Casual for actually trying to promote their shitty ass. Spastic is the best word in the English language. It's beautiful. Frankie, do you sit in a chair while your wife is having sex? You're really trying hard now, aren't you? It's all a bit sad now, Batman. It's all a bit sad. Nothing about me is cuckery, mate. I have 24 subscribers. I am quitting you. Bro, but have you Travis, don't give up, mate. Do you post a lot of content? You've got to not give up. Travis, to be quite honest with you. I know that 1,600 subs is not a lot. It's not yet, but I'm telling you, I never thought I would ever enjoy, or sorry, not only enjoy you, but get to this. I never thought I'd get to 1,000 subs ever. Never give up. Keep plugging away. Something will click eventually. Use the time to work on your editing, work on your camera personality, that kind of stuff, and things will click. They eventually do. You'll eventually find a couple people that are into your stuff, and then it will snowball from there. My girlfriend says I'm on the spectrum because I like cars, trucks, and planes for fun. Your girlfriend sounds jealous that you enjoy spending time with her without her. Sorry. And women generally struggle with that concept. Women get very, very angry when a man enjoys anything that has nothing to do with them. It triggers them. You uploaded shorts. Upload whole length videos as well. You've got to mix it up a little bit. I know nothing about the YouTube algorithm because I've been on YouTube for 3 years now. I've got that anniversary thing recently. And I mean, my channel is not exactly popping off, but look up, if you're very intent on getting into YouTube, actually research it. Just make based humor, the clicks will follow. Indeed. If you really care about the views and not what you're actually saying, just say some fucking ignorant shit. You didn't say trains oozer, so you're not a real autistic. Trains is a very big giveaway. We wanted Armin versus Tapiria. They didn't give us that. We wanted Tom versus Jones. They did. I think they tried to give us Tom versus Jones, to be fair, and Jones fucked us over. But the Sarukian one is on the UFC, and we need to see that. But I think Ilya's refusing to fight him as well. Have you ever done casual training? Like I've done judo and wrestling when I was younger. Your oldest kid is 21. What's it like having a kid half your age? Must be fun. They don't, to be honest, yeah, my two older kids don't feel like my kids anymore. They feel like it's weird because they're adults. Do you know what I mean? It's bizarre. And it's very weird to think that they came out of my balls one day. It's weird. My girlfriend never complains. So sweet and obedient. I love my right hand. This guy's got it figured out. I guess I got to step down from the throne. I wasn't meant to rule. Yeah, Batman. It's honestly, this isn't even giving me a reaction. It's not. Yeah, Tiff, you were having so much fun, and now you're angry again. Wesley, are you going to go online tonight? Gio, you better go online real quick because I'm running out of juice. Wesley, are you going on? I'm happy to support either of you or both. I mean, you know that. My plan was to do an hour and a half today, and I've already gone over that. In fact, I've got so much energy, I might even come back tomorrow. Who knows? Or Wednesday. I'm not going to come back tomorrow. Maybe Wednesday. And we do have another card this weekend. So Let's go. We've got stuff to talk about. Tiffany, damn, just because I love my hand, it makes you the opposite of a creep, if anything. What did Bill Burr call it? The champagne of victory. The money Dana would have made with the Tapuria versus Arman matchup would have been insane, but he's too busy gambling and be. I don't think Dana makes all the decisions though. It's wrong to put it all on Dana. Hunter Campbell obviously has a big part in it. Endeavor they have a whole crew there. I don't think Dana White is the sole decision maker. Far from it. I think they're very much by panel opinion. I was in the barbers the other day and my mate was like, if she ain't good at sucking or fucking, she's got to go. A lady was walking into the shop with her son and walked straight out. She obviously weren't ready. I don't remember naming anyone as the creep. True. There's nothing wrong with whacking one out. Would you ever consider knee surgery to get taller? Nah. Like I said, I'm 5'7", and I don't feel like I've never been told, oh, you're too small. But I've never. But if you go to certain parts of the world, you kind of look a little bit taller. So it's never really held me back. I don't really care. Well, maybe it's held me back, but not directly. So I don't know. One of my cousins is 4 years younger than me, and I'm lucky because I don't need to shave my face much. He pissed me off. Why me breed is not growing up? I am 22. Why me breed? Why me bread is not growing up? Why are you not growing up? UFC has gone downhill since Dana sold. It has. Instagram Dana is just a scapegoat. No, Dana is just a scapegoat then, just a puppet. I think 100% he is. I think he's just a face at this point. I thought when he sold, he was more of a face promoter. That's the thing. It's committee now. If I do go live, I'm not sending anyone links. If you do go live, please send me a link, motherfucker. I want to see you do your thing. Oh, beard. Oh, mate, don't even get me started on beard. Why is my beard not growing up? Mate, you might just not have it. 41, mate, and this is about as beardy as I get. It takes me 9 months to get like any kind of... Mate, it is what it is. Although you might just be a late bloomer. Tell us a cool story where you had a fight. I'll be honest with you, man. I've told quite a lot of the stories in here of little scraps that I've had. I've had some really stupid ones. Like, I was telling the kids in my class, or the students in my class today, that I had like the first fight I ever had was by a kid who called my mum Mrs. Blobby. And we had an absolute scrap over that shit. But I've had most of my fights have been really stupid. I haven't had any in recent years because I'm grown up and I don't want to go to jail or go to the hospital. It's not worth it for me. Live in 30 seconds, unless Weston wants it instead. Go live because I'm leaving now. Dana is a manager. Twink Night Frankie, how dare you? How fucking dare you? Turn on notifications, Francisco. But you're liable to. I need like a. Just message me on WhatsApp. What the fuck, man? Do your boy. Just say I'm going live. It's not hard. Is there anything more goish than letting another man slap you for entertainment? Oh, there's definitely way gayer things than that. There's way gayer things than that. All right, Gio, hurry the fuck up, man. Bodak, ask your AI. Yeah, Caravaggio wants Bodak. Caravaggio wants to know how long MAGA has left to survive. First fight I had, a kid called my mum dumb, so I stabbed him with a compass. We sound like kindred spirits, mate. Frankie, it was a fantastic day today, my friend. Tiff, I've had a blast as well. I mostly have a good time on here, to be fair. I mean, as much as I shit all over this community from a great height, and I do, because you're all disgusting, I love you all very dearly, and I appreciate that anyone turns up to listen to me talk out of my arsehole, which is all I do. There's nothing substantial coming this way. But shout out to all of you. Geo should be live any second now. Don't know about goyish, but watching men slap each other is definitely more gay. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. There's definitely something real zesty about that. What is the app for the next live? I tried to look it up and couldn't find it. The app for the next live. See, hi Observer, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Heineken or Corona? Corona is gay, by the way. Heineken's all right, man. If you're looking young, do you feel people don't initially treat you with respect? I look 22 even though I'm 32. I think when people start talking to me, they realize that I'm not to be trifled with. Because the sharpest thing about me is my tongue, mate. I don't look very physically imposing, but um, I will cut you down with my intellect. All right, time to watch Gio yell at me, I guess. We've got to support the boy. We've got to support the boy. Oh, fucking hell. Making the Walk is on now as well. Shit. Where's Gio? Making the Walk. I'm gonna throw Making the Walk. Oh, he's cheating on me with crossover MMA again. But he is my boy. I'm gonna throw in Making the Walk in there as well. Trump blew Bubba like a good goy. We all know Trump has been up some. I think blowing dudes is the least fucked up thing that Trump has done, to be honest, or one of the least. Is Gio online or what? Gio. Sorry, mate. I was a little bit sleepy. That's why I typed incorrect. You were talking about your beard, bro. Maybe you don't need a beard. I don't have very good beard genetics either. I mean, this is as good as it. Well, it's not as good as it gets. I can obviously grow more than this, but it is what it is, bro. Just work with what you work with, and if you're that desperate, you can go to Turkey. They do beard transplants now. So don't be down. Don't be down, little camper. You'll be fine. Bro, watching all these politicians and celebrities acting all tough makes me laugh so much after all I've seen regarding them in the Epstein files, especially Trump. Bro was literally giving blowjobs. I know. It's wild, isn't it? Is it true though? Good mate, wishing your family with many blessings. I'm off your cunt. Subscribe. User, thank you very much, mate. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. You've been absolute gold dust tonight. So shout out to you, mate. And the Compass comment definitely got me looking back at the Mrs. Blobby days. Shout out to you, bro. When you have a good jawline, beard gets irrelevant. I just grow my mustache and shave off my beard. That's what I'm saying. My jawline is all right. So y'all need all y'all need a mane. A mane. I've realized, you see my hair, it's still clinging on. Not really clinging on. It's still, it's not the thickest, but it's doing all right. You know, I'm doing okay. Turkey be evolving with the evolving insecurities, 100%. One of my brothers, 18, trolled me so much yesterday. He made fun of my face, but I loved it. Travis, he's clearly a hater. And if he's younger than you, just beat his ass, tuck his ass in, mate. Teach him a fucking lesson. Where the fuck is Argenti? Oh, there he is. Argenti's on. All right, guys, I'm gonna link Argenti to the stream because he is one of the boys. There's Argenti. I'm gonna head off now. I'm just gonna show you exactly what to expect, so you know you've got the right cunt. So here we go. Here's Gio.
Post Molly. Not bad.
I'm going to head off now, but shout out to everyone.
Bro.
I really appreciate you turning up for the live.
Oh.
I love each and every one of you.
Bro,
Anderson, I'm really sorry you've turned up late. Head over to Argenti. I'm going to be back probably on Wednesday, and we can have a proper catch up. Anderson, good to have you back, man. I have a mustache. It's okay. I can't even grow a mustache, mate. Anyway, that's Argenti for you. Head over there. Show our boys some love.
I know.
I'm going to head off for the evening because it is late. Got work in the morning. You know how it do. But yeah. Yeah, much love to all of you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I should be back on Wednesday. Have a good one, fellas. Thank you very much. This has been one of the more fun streams I've done in a while. So in a bit. Much love. Peace.